Good evening, gentlemen. Let's touch up gloves. Let's have a good, clean fight. Let's go. Touch them up.
So we're set for our main event. EDGAR Santana and Volodymyr Khodakovskyy. Khodakovskyy, as I mentioned, this will be his 5th fight in the United States. In December of 2005, lost a 10-rounder to two-time former world champion Stevie Johnston. Dominated in that fight. Volodymyr cut on the side of his head by a clash of heads in the 6th round.
And I was actually in Atlantic City a year ago when he faced the prospect Kendall Holt.
What'd you think?
Real tough. That was actually an undercard of Miguel Cotto. Real tough. He pressed the action all night. Kendall boxed. Kendall actually hurt his hand box. Volodymyr had his moments in the fight, which I expect him to have some moments tonight. But Kendall clearly won a decision. I heard his people saying that he should have got the nod. I didn't see it that way, but tough fight.
Well, the one thing all of Khodakovskyy's fights in the United States have in common, he's fought tough guys. Bob mentioned Stevie Johnston and Kendall Holt, Juan Buendia, who was an undefeated prospect at that point. And he's in tough again tonight because Santana's won, what, 13 fights in a row. The plan for Santana, according to his manager Ernesto Dallas tonight, counterpunch. That's what he's looking to do. It's been a couple of years since he's fought a lefty, but Santana has faced 3 lefties before.
Khodakovskyy is a natural right-hander, but he boxes left-handed. Had a lot of amateur fights in the Ukraine and throughout Russia. Nothing on the world stage.
His amateur record was 115 wins and 15 losses. But Ernesto Dallas and EDGAR Santana are both students of the game. I'm quite sure they know all the ins and outs of Volodymyr.
You know, you always you wonder about extensive amateur background when there's nothing really on the world stage, world competitions. He did fight outside of Russia, some dual meets in Cuba and other places, but nothing on the Olympic or world championship scale.
Nondescript round thus far. Neither guy really establishing much.
The 2 losses for Santana came, in that early part of his career, 2001, 2002. Lost a majority decision to Frankie Torres in Puerto Rico, a 6-rounder, and then a split to Daniel Craycraft in Baltimore. Sometimes early in a boxer's career, you're in those 4-rounders, you're going to see that draw or maybe even that split loss.
Well, it's certainly a rededicated Santana since then. He's been moved very smartly by his manager, Ernesto Dallas. He's fought a lot of different kinds of opponents, and fighting a lefty tonight, that's just another example of it.
Scheduled for 10, end of round number 1 on Broadway Boxing. Round number 2 underway for Santana and Khodakovskyy. What do you want to see, guys, out of EDGAR Santana in this round and over the balance of the fight?
Well, he's proven on Broadway Boxing he can fight in a variety of styles. And I'd like to see more of a definition of a particular style. And I'd like to see him be more aggressive. And right now he's doing that. But I'd like to see him try to get rid of this guy. This guy's never been stopped, never been down, much less stopped. And that would really prove something if Santana could stop Khodakovskyy.
I would like to personally see Volodymyr
Khodakovskyy.
There you go.
You just call him Vladimir.
I would like to see Volodymyr use some movement, be more straight up, use the jab, hook up with the jab like most European boxers. That's what I would like to see him do.
What about Santana?
Create some confusion. Then I would like, off of that, I would like to see Santana stay relaxed and deal with that style. Right now, Volodymyr is being conventional. Standing in front of him, taking shots. He's not giving EDGAR anything to learn off of.
You had to like that left hook to the body and then to the head from Santana.
He's punching to the body very well. And the fact that the Ukrainian, that's one way to get out of having to say his last name, is a natural righty. I think that works against him. He doesn't have a big left hand, and if you're going to fight southpaw, that left hand's going to be a huge advantage because the righty doesn't see it coming that often.
Nice left hook again to the body from Santana.
And if you notice on the inside, the camera can't get the shot right now. On the inside, Edgar's balance is just so much sharper than the co-feature Gary Stark.
He's really ripping that left hook.
Because he's getting proper leverage with it. Vladimir just not really giving him much. He's covering up, laying on the inside.
Left hand to the midsection from Khodakovskyy. Actually found the mark.
Khodakovskyy's now consistently backing up. You see him stepping forward here, but in large stretches of this round, he's been backing up. And if Santana can back him up, that's 80% of the fight right there.
Well, Khodakovskyy just cannot protect that right rib area.
He hasn't really brought anything to the table. Only the second round in the 10 rounder, but he hasn't brought anything to the table yet.
Broadway boxing will return after this. Round 3 begins with the sound of the bell. Edgar Santana and Volodymyr Khodakovskyy. Santana has had his way with Khodakovskyy through the first 2.
Interesting that Santana's able to land that left hook to the body, because doing it on the inside against the southpaw, whose right foot is in front, not his left foot, is a whole different punch and a whole different angle than doing it against an orthodox fighter.
Step back. Step back.
But he's finding a way to get it in there.
We'll keep our eye on the feet. Who can keep their lead foot on the outside usually has the edge. And another left hook to the body.
Committing to that hook to the body. Edgar, that is. Beautiful left hook.
Some of that's being blocked, obviously.
But he's trying to find those spots. There's Vladimir fighting off of the rope for the first time.
Well, how about that double left hand to the body? This is the 24th professional fight for Khodakovskyy. 3 knockouts on his resume. But again, most of his fights have been in the Ukraine and Russia.
It's amazing how boxing has changed over the years. Khodakovskyy, 24 fights. Santana, 20. They're in the main event in a 10-round fight. 50 years ago, they'd be still in 4-rounders. Fighters have moved so much faster today. It's no resemblance to the game from years ago. And I'm not so sure it's a good thing.
Plus the frequency of fights has dropped dramatically.
We live in an era where, you know, guys who are works in progress are world champions. I mean, I think Jermaine Taylor's a work in progress. And he's the #1 middleweight in the world. So it's a weird game right now.
There's also a lot of different champions in every weight class.
Yeah, the word champion doesn't mean what it used to mean either. That's why I refer to them as titleists, not champions.
Khodakovskyy had one brief moment. There looks like there's some blood along the hairline of Khodakovskyy. I don't know if that's from Santana or a cut on the hairline of Khodakovskyy.
Beautiful left uppercut on the inside just now by Edgar. Working nice on the inside.
He's done a good job of pounding the body of Khodakovskyy through 3 rounds. Round number 4 begins with Edgar Santana in the red trunks and Volodymyr Khodakovskyy in the black. Same as the other ones have transpired. Santana finding his way to the inside and then throwing hooks to the body.
Believe it or not, if Edgar do score the knockout, I think it'll be from a right hand to the chin, not a body shot. I think Volodymyr is going to get comfortable, start blocking, start dropping the elbow to block the hooks to the body, which is going to open up the right hand for Edgar. Because you can watch now, Volodymyr is starting to move more so towards Edgar's right hand, whereas earlier he was moving to his right. But the hook to the body caused him now to start moving the opposite way.
So guys, what does Santana need to do?
Cut the ring off, stop him, work the jab, place the right hand. Don't just throw looping right hands. Place the right hand behind the jab there. Because you got the guy walking into your power. And now, every now and then, just like that, don't forget about that hook to the body. Keep him honest. Keep Volodymyr moving towards your right hand.
Right now, this is a very different fight than it was for the first round and a half because Khodakovsky's not coming forward at all anymore. It's just Santana backing him up.
For the first time, Volodymyr did what he should have done. He got inside and he bumped Edgar off of him. That prevents Edgar from letting loose with that left hook to the body.
Good right hand by Santana.
I don't see a weapon that Khodakovskyy has to threaten Santana at this point. Pretty clear his left hand, it comes from the side. It's not straight. There's not that much oomph on it.
Well, going in, I figured it wouldn't be what Volodymyr did. I figured the confusion, the style, would have caused problems, but he hasn't even presented a European style tonight. Against Kendall Holt, he brought a whole lot more to the table.
Another left hook to the body, and then Santana ate a double left, was off balance, and Khodakovskyy made him pay. Final seconds of the fourth. Round 5 underway. This one is scheduled for 10 rounds. In the welterweight division, Edgar Santana, 18-2 with 12 knockouts, going against Volodymyr Khodakovskyy from Ukraine, 12-9-2 with 3 knockouts, his 5th fight in the United States. Currently 1-4 when making the trip to the USA.
Stop! No punches. No punches. Step back.
A little bit of renewed energy from Khodakovskyy this round.
Maybe those 2 left hands at the end of round 4 energized him. Another good left hook to the body by Santana.
We said that Khodakovsky's a natural righty. I haven't seen more than 3-4 right hooks the whole fight from him. You'd think that would be a prominent punch of his, but he just threw one, and it reminded me that we haven't seen any from him.
And plus, it's the European style. Most European guys like the hook off of the jab. If he's a natural right-hander, power punch would be the hook.
He certainly hasn't thrown a lot of jabs.
He heard you and he threw one.
That missed.
Stop! Stop!
Actually, that wasn't a bad try. He just tried to throw a straight left hand when Edgar walking in, but Edgar slipped it. It's not a bad try. When you see your opponent stepping in, throw the straight left hand. Because Edgar walked straight in.
It's important that Santana continues to at least try to throw the uppercut on the inside. And the reason I think it is because the guard, the elbows, stay very, very close to the belly button. of the Ukrainian fighter, and that allows Santana to throw that left hook to the body. The rib cage and the sides are much less protected because Khodakovskyy's worried about that uppercut right up the middle.
And it's nice to see the development that Edgar has shown. Earlier in his bouts, we've seen him lead with hooks, drop his right hand, leap with punches. All the criticism that we have given him, he's taken, studied, and learned from.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds of the fifth. Santana's left hook to the body has been the difference here.
Stop. No punches, no punches. Go.
We'll be back right after this. Santana and Khodakovskyy to the center of the ring to begin round number 6, scheduled for 10. No knockdowns in the fight. Now the man has been hurt. Edgar Santana has controlled the action. His best punch has been that left hook to the body.
Clash of heads.
And Bob, in controlling the action, Santana's been under control as well. He's not wasting a lot of shots. His punches have purpose. He's not loading up, and he's not throwing real wide shots. I've been impressed with his offensive output.
Beautiful hook to the body. It bothered Volodymyr. Khodakovskyy has to use his jab. It's important from the southpaw stance to work your jab.
Especially against a fighter who's walking right to you, right?
Exactly. And more of an angle. Khodakovskyy fights more right-handed, although he's in the southpaw stance. He stands right in front of you. No angles given at all.
Santana picks off that exchange.
And Khodakovskyy have to fire back when Santana misses shots, because as you said, Steve, you don't waste punches. So when you do miss, you have to counter.
Pretty clear to me why Khodakovskyy in 9 career losses has never been stopped. You know, Santana's beating him up to the body, but he really hasn't landed that many clean headshots.
I'm just happy this round I was able to say Khodakovskyy name 3 times.
Quit while you're ahead.
I go back to Volodymyr. No blood coming out the nose of Volodymyr. Beautiful double hook.
Been there all night for Santana.
See, he has Volodymyr moving to his right hand. Close the gap. Work the jab, step,
How do you
let
do
the
that?
right hand go. Work the jab. That'll close the gap. If you have him, you can see he's moving towards Edgar's right hand. You have him moving the way you want.
Edgar Santana just easily controlling this fight. Right now, my scorecard through 6, Edgar Santana in a shutout.
I actually have a score of 59-45. Surprisingly, I gave the 5th round to Volodymyr.
Steve?
I have Khodakovskyy winning every round. I'm just saying that to try to wake you guys up, keep you, you know, every round's kind of the same, so.
All right, so you gave the 5th round to Khodakovskyy.
I actually thought he did a little more that round.
I think you're being merciful, Brian.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice with it, but
What about if Santana faked like he was going to throw the left hook and then just shot a right hand? It seems that Khodakovskyy just getting ready to lean that way and protect himself a little.
when the corner a second ago, Edgar tapped Volodymyr to the hook with the body. Volodymyr didn't bite when he spun out of the corner. You want to tap him. Let your opponent think you want to dig so they can bring the hands down.
I don't think there's that much more Santana can do differently, because when he has Khodakovskyy on the inside, Khodakovskyy's gloves are very high And Khodakovskyy doesn't punch. So he's given Santana no counter-punching opportunities. You can't land a clean punch against a guy whose gloves are protecting his face this way. Look at that. There's nowhere to hit. Maybe the top of his head, the best you can hope for.
But he's staying focused, because if you're dominating and things are going your way, you tend to lose focus. And keep in mind, EDGAR Santana has only been 10 rounds one time, and that was his last fight. So you want to stay focused and consistent for 10 rounds.
Khodakovskyy's been 10 against the two best fighters he's ever fought, Kendall Holt and Stevie Johnston.
Albeit a Stevie Johnston well past his championship form.
See, right now, Volodymyr's just not doing anything. EDGAR pace has slowed as well, but he's still in control. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Steven, and I agree. He need to work more with lead right hands, lead straight right hands.
If for no other reason, just to mix it up. I'm not so sure it'll be that effective, but Khodakovskyy does such a good job of keeping his hands up.
Well, round 7, similar to round 6, all EDGAR Santana in the scheduled 10-rounder. We begin the 8th round, scheduled for 10.
Watch the feet.
I guess one of the positives here, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but Santana has shown patience. I mean, you look at it on the surface like, well, he's take this guy out. You know, he's not really offering much resistance. I can nail him with that hook anytime I want. But he's not, it doesn't look like he's getting frustrated. Maybe internally he is.
Here's the right hand. But it wasn't straight, it was looping.
But Bob, your point, I agree with you. I think he's showing a lot of maturity in taking what the opponent gives him. You know, he's fighting in front of his home people. He'd love to score a knockout, but if it's not going to come, he's not going to force it.
Headbutt.
That's intentional there.
Very intentional, I believe.
By Khodakovskyy, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, we're in football season, and they always say, take what the defense gives you. What Santana's doing.
Khodakovsky's in cover 2, Bob, and it's very hard to throw the bomb when you got two free safeties, two safeties back there, right?
Well, you know about the Tampa cover 2. Since he's from Russia, maybe he's in the St. Petersburg cover 2.
Bucks are known for defense.
Not recently.
See, now right now, EDGAR's looking for one shot, whereas it was workman-like performance earlier. Now he's letting his hands go.
You know, it's like he looks like I'll go back to that hook whenever I need to. Brian, can you give? You never got hit like that, but can you give us an idea of what Khodakovskyy is going to feel like tomorrow with that constant pounding from that left hook?
I've gotten hit like that. Not in
For 10 rounds?
Not in pro fights, but in sparring. Tonight, I can almost guarantee he'll go home and sleep very well. He had no trouble sleeping. But he's going to be sore. He's going to be bruised. He's going to be sore. Headache for a couple of days. And physically, he's going to be tired.
There's a right hand.
Nice left hook to the body. See, the educational process of EDGAR, he has to learn how, he got to move in the way he wants. He has to learn how to take advantage of opportunities like that.
More right hands, right?
Right.
Round number 9 begins.
And listen, nothing is impossible. He has 2 rounds to work with. He has amateur experience, fighting on the top level, according to him and his camp. Nothing is impossible. Edgar is not comfortable going 10 rounds. There can be opportunities where Volodymyr can take advantage of if he just put it in his mind that he's going to do it. First, he had to stop getting hit with the left hook to the body.
One thing, though, it's been a pretty comfortable first 8 rounds for Santana. Khodakovskyy hasn't given him much to worry about.
And you're less likely to get tired in a fight like this, right? When you're the one coming forward, you're the one setting the pace, and you're fighting when you want to.
And I hazard a guess here. I wouldn't think that Khodakovskyy has landed more than a dozen body shots in the whole fight. So Santana should be pretty fresh. Legs should be good.
Well, it's like the old saying, when you see guys in the gym beating up the heavy bag looking like Ray Robinson, the bag doesn't hit back. They should have everything going on their way, and they should be able to do it all day. So Edgar should be able to keep his pace and go all day with no problem.
Well, in boxing, fighters have clearly defined roles, and I think we know what Khodakovskyy's role is. You know, he's got 9 losses. He's never been down, never been stopped. He's going to say to Santana, you can hit me all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to knock me out. I'm going to try. I'm limited, but I'm going to try, and that's exactly what we're getting from him.
And because of his defensive first nature, he's not taking a tremendous amount of punishment. I mean, he's taking the body shots, but he hasn't taken a lot of big blows to the head. So you can kind of wind him up and send him back out there next month.
Yeah, a guy like this, that's a funny thing about boxing, the business of boxing. A guy like Khodakovskyy, because of the way he fights and his limitations, he'll get loads of work. You know, you say, oh, you lost, you know, who's going to, well, when you lose a certain way and you go rounds, you're in demand. Now, he'll never make the big dollars, but he'll get steady work.
Because as he continues to drift toward the 500 mark, he'll get, I guess, younger and younger fighters on the ladder.
I remember this one boxer, when I first turned pro, he's actually from the Bronx. The guy made triple the amount I made each year because he stayed busy. He's a loser, but he stayed busy.
10 seconds, fellas.
Roll to the end of the 9th. All Edgar Santana gunning for another win. 10th and final round as the two boxers touch gloves. I have a shutout on my scorecard through 9. Brian has it 8 rounds to 1. Steve, I think you have it 9-zip.
9-zip. And I think if they fought 30 rounds, I'd have it 29-zip.
One thing, Khodakovskyy is one tough cookie. He has taken left hooks to the body from the opening bell.
I was glad to see Edgar trying to finish up strong. He's not trying to coast. Yes, things have been going his way. He's not trying to coast. You can see he's trying to finish strong.
Well, as you said earlier, you know, if you're hitting the heavy bag and you're not getting a lot coming back at you, you should be fresh when you get to the 10th round.
Most young guys, especially fighting in front of a home crowd, they want to clown around and just BS for the last round. He's still all business.
Stop.
27 years of age, Edgar Santana.
Beautiful right hand to the body. And actually, the uppercut has been there all night for Khodakovskyy. He just have not thrown it.
I still can't believe he's a natural righty because he hasn't thrown any right hooks or shown any power with his right hand.
But he just took a deep breath. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this fight, that was the first stiff jab Volodymyr threw.
Santana stays the course. Khodakovskyy, not a lot of zip on any of his punches. You can see why he only has the 3 knockouts.
Well, in the record books it'll show 10 rounds. Unanimous decision for Edgar Santana. And people will look at it, so he went 10 rounds?
Stop.
But yes, a guy like this is not getting knocked out. Yes, he's going 10 rounds.
Well, Steve alludes to is a guy who hasn't been stopped. There's a right hand from Santana. Then Khodakovskyy just ducks away from any danger.
Boxing fans, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Tony Paolillo scores the bout 99-91. And judges Bob Gilson and Glenn Feldman both see the bout 100-90 for your winner by unanimous decision from Spanish Harlem, New York, Edgar Santana.